All right, guys, we're going to get started here. I'm Brock Glover, and I'll be hosting today's, for good or for bad, but hosting today's press conference. So congratulations, first of all three of you. And we did put out a little bit of questionnaire from different riders or different people around the world to be able to text back their questions and stuff. So, but first, let's talk with you, Eli. 4 straight Moto wins. Now you closed it down within 1 point of the red plate. And what is it about the middle of the season that gets you going?
Well, for me, early on, I'm usually, at least this year, first race, it's the first race on the Yamaha. And, of course, I was off on where I felt comfortable. And then I kind of, we figured it out as a team and getting into a comfortable position. And now it's just working on all conditions. A motorcycle and having that trust is so important, right? Just to make everything go the right way. And I'm in the meat of the season of these tracks that I really enjoy riding. So mentally, it's like if you're looking forward to something, it usually goes in a better direction. So we're just in a couple of rounds that I really enjoy riding.
All right, next question for Chase. Known from your great starts, didn't have the best starts today per se. So anything particular? I mean, obviously at the sand track you're using paddle tires, and is that something that you're not used to, or was what was off with your starts, I guess, today?
My first moto start wasn't horrible. I wasn't in a good enough position. Obviously, Eli passed me. So the second moto was not good. I think I sat there and just spun, and I don't know, I was probably outside the top 10, which is it's hard to come through a pack that is this deep. So starts are not good. I think that's one thing I'm going to focus on this next week. If you start up front, it just makes your life a whole lot easier. So for me, that's main priority. But other than that, I feel really good on the bike. I have never loved this place. I think my best overall finish is 8th. So second's a lot better than that. And I'm just I was actually happy with my riding, with how I haven't felt comfortable here. And that second moto, I actually kind of came alive towards the end. So all in all, it's positive, and on to the next one.
What is it that you don't like about Southwick? I mean, curious.
I wouldn't say it's even the sand. With the hard bottom here, I have never felt super, stable, really. Because coming into the corners, you never know what the front's going to do. And for me, I ride a lot with the front end, and that is not a good recipe when you don't have a lot of trust in it. But I think this year, my bike feels a lot better. I feel a lot better. So I knew coming in I was obviously going to be better than 8th, hopefully. So I just try to have fun, and I had to work for it a lot today, but it was fun.
Yeah, there's no easy way around Southwick for 30 minutes plus 2 laps twice. Aaron, podium. I mean, what a bounce back from first moto. I mean, you had a good charge through, but again, at the very end, you looked like you got held up at Ken's pace a little bit. Max Anstey got up behind you, went around both of you, and you never did get Ken. So a 7th place, but come back with that 3rd place finish there. Tell me about your day. And
So first moto, I didn't get the greatest of starts. I was still up there, but I got stuck behind a few people, and then I was ripping through tear-offs like no other, and eventually just ran out behind Kenny. And the last 3 laps, I had very, very limited vision. So that was a little scary, but I got a tune-up from the mechanic after that moto, and I guess it put me in the mood to get a good start and go chase these guys. So I felt really, really good in the second moto. Just starting up there is a plus, and it makes you get the pace down a lot quicker than if you were to come through the pack. So I just felt good. I knew this was going to be a good day, so yeah, pumped.
how many tear-offs do you think you went through, or how many do you know?
I think it was like near 30 or something like that. maybe more. I don't even know. Yeah, it was a lot. My shoulder's a little tired right now. So.
Well, the one thing I've noticed this year, to me, it's the year of having fun. Eli, you look like you're having a good time racing. Aaron, obviously, you always have a good time. And Chase, you're enjoying your newfound stardom to the front. And it's enjoyable for fans of the sport. And I think it's enjoyable for all of us to watch. So thanks to the three of you. So one thing I did reach out to send a message out around the world kind of a deal. And I have a few questions brought. Jerome from France wants to ask Eli, you seem very confident and have secured the problem with your foot, your leg, your knee, whatever you have, he said. But I know you do ride bicycles a lot and train on them. How much do you train on bicycles?
Well, for me, the knee problem is pretty much in the past. It's not on my mind. Don't really think about it. And it's not bothering me riding. So that's that. And then on bicycles, I only spend time on my mountain bike. I'm afraid to ride the road. So that's what we do is mountain bike at home.
Can you take your dad now? Can you take him down?
As long as it includes an uphill, yeah.
Okay.
Old man can
granted,
still
this
shred
was
down.
Jerome from France, so I'm sure with the Tour de France going on, he's interested in that. And Chase, outdoors, technique or physical conditioning, what's more important?
I probably have to say physical conditioning. I think I've always had decent technique, but I've never had great success outdoors. I think I've been in good shape, but not good enough to stand up there at the end of the motos. And this year that's what I focused on. And I had a big off-season boot camp, which I was obviously focused on Supercross, but I think this is when it really pays off. And my trainer Peter knew that, and he was licking his lips coming into these outdoor races. He knew I was in a good spot, and I think that's the biggest thing. I think outdoors you can get away with being a little bit more, not so much a bulldog, but it's not as technical as Supercross. So I think it really comes into fitness, especially on tracks like these when you're standing a lot. Your legs are smoked, and it's, I would have to say physical fitness.
Well, that question came from Tony D. in Temecula, by the way. I forgot to mention that. So Aaron, halfway through the season now, what's going to be your goals for the second half?
Obviously landed up here as much as I can. Just good starts and just believe I can ride up here with these guys. I just haven't really had the starts and haven't really had the confidence to run up here with these guys until this weekend. So just be consistent for the rest of the year and try and find myself up here as much as I can.
Okay, Eli, question: how do the bike setups differ from, say, a Hangtown to a Southwick? And this question is coming from Steve in Prescott, Arizona.
Well, first off, everyone goes to the paddle tire. So tire is a big deal. And then you just relax the motorcycle a little bit. I think most guys do that, and I relax it a little bit. So take a little bit out of the shock. And, I actually even played around with fork height in the practice, and it didn't work. And I went back to my base. So some years, I don't know. Some years I slide my forks here. Some years I don't. But today, most important was a little bit out of the shock and the paddle tire.
A little out of it. You actually took some compression out of it?
Yeah, I did. Yep.
If that's relaxed, watching you go down past the mechanics area, that doesn't look relaxed to me. I could hear your throttle being held open for another second or two, and I'm sure Chase heard it a couple of times too there. So, good. I like your definition of relaxed. So, is there any other? Yeah. So let's open it up to the actual press that's here. Go ahead. Sorry. Right down here.
Hey, Mitch Kendra from Racer X. So, Aaron, we'll go with you. Obviously, you're known as a gritty East Coast rutted rough rider. But where the heck did the Sandman come from today? Is that just from training with Alden in Florida, or can you talk a little bit about that?
I've always liked the sand. I've just never really been good here. The track was gnarly today, and I'm gelling with the bike. So, I'm sure riding in the sand all the time helped a little bit, but it's a little different sand conditions from here to there. But it's all relative, so I guess so.
And then Chase, obviously you're riding really well, but Eli's just on another level right now. Do you kind of feel any pressure? Like he's coming up to you on points a little bit. He's getting some moto wins. Do you kind of feel like you have to win next weekend heading into this as we kind of get into the thick of the championship, or where are you kind of at like mentally, just trying to not get too down on yourself because you're obviously riding really well still?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously want to win, whether it's Eli or Kenny or Aaron. Doesn't really matter. That's the goal. And yeah, Eli's on a roll right now, but we have lots of racing left. And I think coming up, we're getting into tracks that suit my style a little bit more. Obviously, Redbud I like. This one, not really my favorite. So I'm glad to get out of here and head into Millville, where I spent some time riding. And obviously, Washougal last year was good for me. So I think I'm just going to keep doing my own thing, and I got to get better starts. That's the bottom line. So if I can get better starts and put myself in a better position, we'll be good.
And then there's been a little bit of chatter about possible Motocross Nations rosters. Is there anything you can talk about or comment on it, or what would your thoughts be if, given the opportunity, or any thoughts on that?
I just want to race it. That's all I want to do. That's been a dream of mine. I wanted to go last year. Obviously, we didn't go. But this year, being at Redbud, it's going to be probably, if it doesn't rain, probably the biggest motocross race ever, I hope. So if I can be a part of that, it'd make my day for sure.
One quick question for you about Motocross Nations. If, let's say, you two are picked, who would you want on your 250 rider? That question came out of Italy, and I'm trying to find the gentleman's name. His name was Eddie C. from Italy. You wanted to know if Eli and Chase, who would
The fastest one.
I just think you send the best team. That's the bottom line. Whoever that is. If I'm not picked for if I'm not the best guy, then that's fine.
Would you ride a 250?
If it came down to it, and that was what they wanted, then yes. I don't want to ride a 250. I want to race 450 class, but if that's what it takes, then I got to be open-minded, I guess. But I would like to not have to, and I want to race the bike I've been racing all year, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. I mean, I think we still wait a couple races and see what happens with that 250 class, and then that's all you can do.
Yeah, we don't want to let our hands out, especially that question came from Italy. We don't want to tell any secrets. So, any other questions out here? Gotcha.
Wade here with Vermoto. So I'm going to piggyback on that question a little bit, because I asked a lot of people, both in the industry and just fans, who would their picks be for donations, and Chase and Eli were the top two for 450. Now, with you guys being so close in points, is that on your mind at all, or are you focused on the season first?
Well, I mean, yeah, we know it's going to come, right? The question's going to come if we can race it. So, I mean, at this point, yeah, we're the two best guys, and I think we should assume we're going to get chosen for it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's been a race that I've wanted to race. Obviously, Eli's raced it. Aaron's raced it. It's on my mind. Obviously, it's like you said, it's going to come eventually. So we're just kind of waiting to hear. But yeah, it's going to be a cool race, I think. So hopefully they send the best team. That's my only thing. I want the best riders going, and if I get picked, I obviously want to go there and win and bring home a win for the USA. It's been a little bit, so I think we definitely deserve it.
Well, thank you for those answers. I mean, I think it is a bit of a settlement. I think people want the three best riders, and somebody's going to have to step down to the 250, but I think a lot of you guys are willing to do so. One last question, and I'll ask each one of you because we have about a couple of minutes to wrap this up. But 450's running first. Normally, you guys are the last couple of races with the NBC show. You guys have run first, 250s last. Do you notice the difference in the track and how rough it gets? And first, we'll start with Eli.
Yeah, it's maybe Moto 1 is a little bit smoother. Moto 2, yeah, it's a little bit. It's not a huge deal in my opinion.
Okay, Chase.
Yeah, I mean the track. First moto, definitely you can notice it's smoother, and for me it's usually a little wetter too, which is I don't necessarily love, but everyone's got to ride it. And for me, it's really just being in the morning, getting here, and kind of rushing, because you kind of go to like riders meeting, eat breakfast, like it's kind of a little bit of a rush in the morning to get out for first practice, which is really my only complaint about it. The track is everyone's got to ride the same thing, so. For me, just coming from the hotel, it's a little bit of a rush getting here, but other than that, it's fine.
And the track being a little wetter in that first moto, I bet there's somebody who's going to say he likes it.
I mean, if you had rivers running down through here, I would really like it. But no, I just noticed it really in practice. I really don't like a smooth track, so it's really tough for me. And I qualified 19th today, so I don't like it. I'd rather go second, but that's just me.
Well, 19th to the podium. That's a great job today. Thank all three of you. Congratulations, Eli, Chase, and Aaron, for getting on the podium, and thanks for your answers.